It's finally time to bake our no-knead artisan bread. For no other reason except for the fact that I want to use my new Dutch oven. I got this off Amazon. It was used like new, and I got it for $22, and it came factory wrapped. Don't be afraid to buy used on Amazon. Last year we needed a new Christmas tree, and they had one that was perfect for our house, tall and thin, artificial tree, $100, and it says buy used like new. I said, well, it's $22. I'll take a chance. It was factory wrapped, brand new Christmas tree. So don't be afraid to buy used on Amazon. So I have made artisan bread before, but it was where you had to knead it, let it rise, and punch it down, knead it again. Well, this is no knead. So this recipe calls for 3 cups of flour, just all-purpose flour. So I'm going to put that in the bowl. It calls for 2 teaspoons of coarse sea salt. I buy a bag of this sea salt at the local grocery store. It's about $3 a bag, and I put it in a jar, and you get quite a lot. So 2 teaspoons, let's see. There we go. And it calls for half a teaspoon of active dry yeast. I am using the quick instant yeast, and it's not a full packet, which is unusual. It's half a teaspoon, so I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to combine these ingredients. It says to pour in the warm water, which is about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's 1.5 cups, and to mix with a wooden spoon. You don't necessarily have to use a Dutch oven. It can be any oven-safe pot with a lid. So now the dough is mixed. It says to cover and let it sit at room temperature for 3 to 4 hours or 15 hours in the refrigerator. But we're going to do the 3 to 4 hours. It's been 3 hours. You can see it's risen up. The recipe now calls for it to be put onto a floured work surface. I'm going to use one of my cutting boards. It says to shape it into, sprinkle a tiny bit of flour on top, shape it into a ball. Kind of a deflated ball. But it is artisan bread, so it is supposed to look rustic. Now we're going to place the dough ball onto this parchment paper. Now it's on the parchment paper. We're going to cover it with a dry kitchen towel for another 30 minutes. Okay, so the dough's been sitting for about 15 minutes, 15 out of 30. The recipe now calls for us to preheat the empty pot with the lid on at 450 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to get that warming up now. And I did want to clarify, this is not my recipe. I will post the link, or I will say it if I can't post it, because sometimes I'm not good at these things. So I've taken my preheated pot out of the oven, I'm going to put the dough with the parchment paper into the pot. Recover it. Put it back in the oven at 450 for 30 minutes. Oh, look at this. It's been 30 minutes. Look how good that looks. But we have to put it back in uncovered for another 15 minutes. Okay, it baked 15 minutes uncovered. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful bread. Maybe. And let it cool on the wire rack.